Good evening and welcome to Houston. We are live from Texas Southern University for tonight's Democratic debate. The top 10 candidates are here. It's going to start right now, and on the stage you see them. They have all met the criteria set by the Democratic National Committee. At least 10 others have not met the threshold. So for the first time in this primary, a single debate in a single night with all the top candidates facing off. It is a critical test for the candidates and their campaigns at a critical time for our country. They're going to lay out their vision for the country, their records, their differences with President Trump and each other. And we're going to do our best to bring you a lively, informative, and civil debate.
You just said 2 minutes ago that they would have to buy in. You said they would have to buy in.
Have to buy in. If she qualifies for Medicaid,
are you forgetting what you said 2 minutes ago?
Be in for it.
I want to give credit to Bernie. Take credit, Bernie.
No.
I was in Afghanistan with John McCain 2 years ago this past summer.
Is it just me, or was that supposed to happen in, like, April?
If I am president of the United States, we will create an office in the White House.
But I think we've already got that in the White House.
Now, I am Asian, so I know a lot of doctors.
Anyone who supports this is supporting racism.
My problem with Vice President Biden, and Corey pointed this out last time, is every time something good about Barack Obama comes up, he says, oh, I was there. That's me too. And then every time somebody questions part of the administration that we were both part of, he says, well, that was the president. I mean, he wants to take credit for Obama's work, but not have to answer to any questions.
If they don't like it, they can leave.
Are Senators Warren and Sanders pushing too far beyond where Democrats want to go and where the country needs to go?
Yes.
What is your plan to address segregation? And I'm not just talking about the achievement gap, but I'm talking about the opportunity gap in education.
It's nice to go all the way back to slavery.
That is how seriously some countries treat the teaching profession.
Those proposals I put forward for the president had over 50% of members of the NRA.
What is happening?
People in prison right now looking for one of the most sacrosanct ideals of this nation, which is liberty and freedom.
Come back some more.
We need to reform this system, and we must do it now.
Who sits at the table?
All of us, not 1%.
I want to ask each of you, what's the most significant professional setback you've had to face? How did you recover from it? And what did you learn from it?
Absolutely nothing.
How would your trade policy differ from President Obama's?
The president did the best thing that was able to be done at the time.
How about you?
I'm the vice president of the United States.
First of all, I want to say no. Actually, I want to translate that into Spanish. No.
So I was born and raised in Oklahoma, but I'm sure glad to be in Texas tonight.
Hell yes.
I'd like to have an academic discussion now about education.
Absolutely not.
A system right now that cannot tell the difference in the threat posed by a terrorist, a criminal, and a 12-year-old girl
Is good.
Right after I got elected, my wife and daughter were killed in an automobile accident, and my two sons are badly injured. And I just been elected, not sworn in. And I lost my faith for a while. I came back. And then later, when my son Bo came home from Iraq and with a terminal disease, and a year and a half later, losing him was like losing part of my soul.
That's the story of America.
500,000 Americans are going bankrupt. You know why they're going bankrupt? Because they suffered a terrible disease, cancer or heart disease.
That doesn't represent the vast majority of Americans who do have a good heart. They also need a leader to match that.
As you share the stage with these candidates, what makes you the most qualified on this stage to be commander-in-chief?
My father grew up on a peanut farm in Asia with no floor.
Make sure make sure you have the record player on at night, the phone. Make sure the kids hear words.
What the I'd like to see him making a deal with Xi Jinping.